feeling today? We'll go backwards, I guess. Hello, everyone. I hope you are having a fantastic day. For those who are watching this live, it's pre-Thanksgiving Day in the States. For those who are watching it on replay, well, now you know what day it was. It's a Wednesday. We are getting ready for our week 4 of the Master Battle Circuit. We are currently 1-2 on the year. We're trying to bounce back. We've had some tough ones. We had some bad RNG games. We've just had some bad prep. But this week, I'm hoping that we can bounce back and have a strong showing at the very least. Did lose a couple days ago for our week 3 matchup. And it had some unfortunate hacks, but that's the game. It was still a really fun match, and I had fun with it. It came down to a few things, but Umbreon nearly goated, nearly pulled it off. But we are here now taking a look at our matchup to take on the Skarmoires. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit just so we can see a little bit better what the matchup is. But on paper, we are facing Annihilape, Hisuian Samurott, Darkrai, Sylveon, Iron Hands, Jirachi, Cryogonal, Rotom Fan, Camerupt, Haunter, and Calyrex. This team has 12 Mons. They've got a lot of options with it. In terms of our Terra captains we're facing, they have Annihilape, Cryogonal, and Camerupt. I am mainly anticipating the Annihilape. It's kind of like a number of teams, including possibly my own, where that Mon as a Terra captain realistically just is the best in most sets, and so I need to come up with a plan and ways to deal with it in general. So I'll be curious to see what the Terra type they go with is. On paper, a couple of things to be aware of. One, Annihilape being their Terra captain, it does get Defiance, so webs are a little scary with it because getting that thing to allow it to have Rage Fist start going off and then making it Defiant to give it a +2 attack is not something that I want to deal with, and is something that is a little terrifying. So we're probably going to avoid that a little bit. Hisuian and Samurott, they have their own hazard setter, so we are going to go with spins here because if we want to get hazards up, we need to find a way to get rid of it. So it's going to be interesting to see how they counter that. I'm hoping to catch them a little off guard with it. We have Darkrai. That's going to be their speed heavy hitter. We just need to be careful with that. Sylveon, Iron Hands, Jirachi, Solid Mons. Jirachi's one I'm going to be kind of careful with. I do not want to start getting into Ringgraze hacks. That is a nightmare I do not want to deal with if we can at all avoid it. Cryogonal and Tatsugiri are going to be interesting for me because unless I am missing something, those are the only hazard removals. Cryogonal is a Terra captain, so I'm kind of curious if that ends up coming because we do have a Goldango, and Goldango is basically going to allow us to keep hazards up. And one of the things that I do like here is they don't have a grounded poison type. Haunter is Levitate if they do decide to bring it, so T-Spikes essentially can stay up as long as I want them to, because we can swap in on the spinners with Goldango. And yeah, so taking a look at the team that we're bringing, for this very reason, we made Goldango very specially defensive. We are actually going to make this a bit of a stall set, because if they want to drop Hydro Pumps, if they want to drop Terra Dark or Terra Blast Dark on the Cryogonal, we can sit and eat those blasts fairly well and start returning some of the damage. We can recover and pop back and get a lot of health back with that. We are going leftovers on the set. This is probably within the first matches I've done in weeks where I have double items, so 99% sure there's no items clause in this league. If there is, I have made a mistake, but no, there's not. So we're good there. The point of Goldango is essentially just help me keep hazards up and be annoying. They only have 2 Mons that take a ghost hit, and that's going to be Darkrai, and that is going to be Hisuian Samurott, both of which, however, then don't like the Dazzling Gleam, and they also don't like the possibility of getting T-Waved. So that'll be interesting to see how the game plays out with that. The next Mon we're bringing is Quaquaval. This is a Mon that has potential sweep if we can set it up. I threw spin on this one just because late game I decided not to bring Terapagos. That might kill me. That genuinely might kill me, but we're trying it and we're going to see how it does. We're going Aqua Step, Terra Blast, Coast Combat, and Rapid Spin. The idea for the Rapid Spin is they have Storm Drain on the Tatsugiri. If the Tatsugiri comes, I possibly like the idea of making it think, oh, they're going to try and get their sweeper set up here. Let's go in, stop the Aqua Step so something else can come in and outspeed and kill. But then we can go Rapid Spin if they have hazards, get rid of it, get that +1, get a little bit of chip off, then Terra into the Fairy and hopefully be a monster. I'm hoping that the addition of both Rapid Spin and Aqua Step kind of catch them off guard to where they might not necessarily know what mon to pivot into to stop the Quaquaval train from leaving. We do have Glimora. Right now, I do intend to have it lead. We have Focus Sash and Stealth Rocks. If I can get at least one layer of T-Spikes up and say Stealth Rocks, they can be annoying, and I just want to keep that constant chip damage. So that way, as they try to pivot, they can potentially get punished for it over time. Flygon is another mon that I have here as a potential late game sweeper. I might save the Terra on for it because Terra Ground just kind of goes nuts a little bit. Taking a look back at their team, they do have Rotom Fan, Cryogonal, and Calyrex, who all are fine with it, but I'll be a little surprised if Calyrex comes. We do have a U-turn on Flygon just for it, just in case, just to get that big damage, even if we have to pivot out, that's fine. Haunter also has Levitate, but it does not like the Dragon Claw and should go down unless I make it a very, very bulky set, which would be surprising. Rotom Fan can live a Dragon Claw, and if Cryogonal Ice has no chip and bulk, it can live as well. Outside that, though, it kind of goes nuts, so I wanted to let the Earthquake just kind of dance this week. We do have Orcapon, Hearth Flame. My initial thought was to throw a Trailblaze on this, let this do damage, but one of the things I started seeing with Calx is this would have to be a late game sweeper, and I don't necessarily want that. I just want this mon to be able to come in, do damage. With the exception of Darkrai, it outspeeds everything naturally on their team. We have enough EVs that if something's not sash or boosted in some way, it is going to outspeed. And so I like the idea of this basically being a mon that can come in, get me pivot, momentum, or possibly even revenge kill. And then we have Umbreon. Umbreon's main goal is to once again just be an annoying wall that they have to break and deal with. On paper, I like the idea of the recovery and helping keeping my team healthy. They do have Iron Hands, they do have Annihilate, and they do have Sylveon, all of which can potentially deal with Umbreon fairly well. With that, though, I do have the Toxic, we do have the Protect Stall sets, the Wish Passing, and we can get annoying. And if they do decide to start set up with annoying flinch hacks of the Jirachi, we do have Inner Focus on the Umbreon just for that, because I should be able to take hits fairly well from it and not have to worry about just getting death by 1,000 flinches. And then we can Foul Play back. My big worry right now is that Jirachi is going to be some sort of double dance set. That is going to be very annoying to deal with, but Goldango and the Thunder Wave should hopefully help make that a little bit more manageable to deal with, but we'll have to kind of see how things go. But that is the current sets that we have, and we are waiting to hear back from our opponent for the official go on the matchup. Let me ping them and we will get ready. Alrighty. Alright, I have let them know we're good. A little bit of backstory. I don't know if they're going to come back and watch this portion of the video, but earlier, twice this season now, they have attempted to get Terapagos from me, trying to trade, wanting to have it be a good, fit for their team. And in both times, I have essentially said, no, I'm going to rock with it. And I think it's funny because I'm not even bringing it this week. So I'm not using it against them, which I think is funny. But yeah, they have wanted Terapagos, which with their team I can understand. I mean, it would do well with Annihilate. I think it would be good for it, as well as Hisui and Samurott, just because Ceaseless Edge, keeping those hazards up, can get extremely annoying extremely quick. If they hadn't taken Hisui and Samurott, that was a mon fully on my board as well. But they ended up taking it, so we kind of had to split it, and I took Lamora as the other option. I am still debating. Is it still out there? I was debating going through and and trying to get Cleavor, because I've been slowly loving that mon, falling in love with it. It has been getting better and better on my board. See if I can find it. Alright, Cleavor. Looks like it's taken in one of the leagues. Is that one in mine? That's the question. It's available in mine. Oh, we'll have to consider that. If we need to make some transactions, just as a heads up, I might be going for Cleavor. I like that mon. Sharpness, Stone Axe. It is a fun mon, and I have swept teams with it. I have been annoying with it. I think it is a very fun mon that I have been slowly enjoying the use of more and more. Ugh. But I'm a little bit nervous. We are 1-2 on the year, so I'd like to try and get a solid win this week. I think we've got a team that's fairly well built and put together. We have some weaknesses. I might need some more over-the-top speed, but all in all, I do like this team. I think Terra Quack, I just haven't been using it well yet, but I think it has potential, and I can use it well. Alrighty. Alright, looks like they are ready. Okay. Oh, and they went Terra Poison on Annihilate. I'm not surprised. That tells me that they're setting it up to be a very Wallymon and don't want it getting poisoned. So that is interesting. Let's see what the rest of the team they end up bringing is. But that will actually help Flygon a bit. That helps Flygon. So that could benefit us here, because Annihilate was one of the ones to where if they had bulk or whatnot, it potentially lives in EQ. There was a borderline, but it being Terra Poison might mean that even through a bulk up, we might be able to get a kill. Okay, here we go. Let's see what the squad is. Alright, Annihilate. No Hisuian Samurott. Interesting. Darkrai, yes. No Sylveon. No Cryogonal. Yes, Iron Hands, yes, Jirachi. They brought Haunter. That's interesting. No Camerupt. No Rotom Fan. Does that narrow me down to 6? That narrows me down to 6. Interesting. Okay. Here we go. Hello, Paul Smith. I am not familiar with who you are, so I apologize if you might know me. I'm doing well, just about ready to get with our Master Battle League battle. I hope you are doing well. Alright, let's see how we do. Alright, they are leading Jirachi right off the bat. Ooh, this is interesting. Does a psychic just kill me? It might. We're going to preserve this. We're going to play it safe. I need to scout what this is. We are going into the Umbreon. Day's been doing well. Day's been doing well. We're right before the holidays, so just trying to get through it as best we can. They go for the Iron Head. Interesting here. Just follow. Well, I appreciate the follow. I hope your day is doing well. Mainly do Draft Battle League streams on here. Okay. I don't think Umbreon stays here, so the question is, what would they go into? I'm anticipating a swap. Let's see if I can get a big predict here. This might backfire. They go Stealth Rock, son of a gun. I overpredicted. Okay, so we have Iron Head, Rocks, that might deter them a little bit from going into Annihilate. But we'll just click Foul Play here, see what we're dealing with. Alright, now they withdraw. They do go into the Iron Hands. Doesn't do a whole lot there. That is fine. I'm just going right into the Glamora. If they kill, they kill, but I think getting a layer of T-Spikes up is going to be good. Oh, makes sense. I have been there, and I appreciate you stumbling onto my channel. What kind of content do you normally enjoy watching? This is not a PC game. This is a Switch game. Pokemon, the classic, RPG where you collect creatures and force them to battle. Essentially, a standard RPG where you can determine different kind of play styles and whatnot. It's the children's game. And one of the things that we've got here is this, just so I can enjoy some competition with some friends across the field. They go with a Thunder Punch. Okay, that did some big damage. Iron Hands, Glamora, Thunder Punch. $252 Adamant. All right. Do I want the Rocks up with their team? We're gonna go Stealth Rocks. Single player game. It's a single player game, but you can also play with friends online. So like there's a single player game story mode where you basically go through, level up, increase, and whatnot. But then you can take the mons that you got from your single player game and then make it so you can battle your friends. So it's primarily single player, but you can then do like multiplayer options. Okay, I think we just go right back into Umbreon here. They hard swap out. And they go into Tatsugiri. Interesting. Tatsugiri looks to be heavy-duty boots. That's fine. Sure thing. Okay. Alright, we're just going to go right into Tatsu here. They click the Hydro Pump. Let's see how much we do. $219. So they did. They did about 32%, so they're very likely modest here. We're just going to click recover. They're going to go with the Hydro Pump again. They are going to hit. I play a whole bunch of games. I haven't played on stream very much lately. I've mainly been doing this for the Pokemon stuff, but I used to do a whole bunch of stuff. I like to play challenges, so I would do Pokemon Nuzlocke. I would play classic games like, say, the old school Sly Cooper, some of the Halos, and do a lot of games like that. I also used to do some Madden and whatnot, just kind of play to enjoy for the most part. Alright. They could go Darkrai. We're just going to go Dazzling Gleam here. They're going to Hydro Pump again. They are continuing to hit them all. Ooh, big time damage. Dealt over half. That's huge. And I should still be outside of kill range from their Hydro Pump here, based off the damage calcs. So we're just going to recover again. If they swap, they swap. But we got the big damage off on the Tatsugiri. And if this thing goes down, then they have no way of removing the hazards. So that'll be big. This Goldango's job entirely is just to sit in front of either Tatsugiri or Cryogonal, whichever one they brought. So you go Baton Pass. Okay. And they go into the Annihilate, and the Annihilate gets poisoned. That's good. It's going to be curious if this is a rest set or not. Oh man, if I would have clicked Dazzling Gleam there, would that have killed? Alright, so they are, in fact, leftovers. Yeah, Dazzling Gleam would not have done nearly enough. So they are taking poison damage. They haven't gotten hit yet. They're going to continue to take poison chip damage as long as they're out. So that's good. No, I don't stream daily, unfortunately. Just whenever I have a match. So usually like maybe once or twice a week. For the most part. Alright, we're going to go into Glamora here. I think Glamora here makes sense. Sack them on, let it go down. But Annihilate getting poisoned, I think, is big. Alright, they immediately go for the Terra, which is kind of what I expected there. And they go for a bulk up. I'm guessing this thing's got Drain Punch. This thing can still be absolutely scary here, even though it is poison. If it's got Drain Punch, then it will be annoying. We're going to click Earth Power here. Yeah, I might boost up the Rage Fist, but that's fine. I'm curious if I outspeed or not. This will give me a lot of information on their set. Because their base speed is 90. We outspeed it. We deal over half. That's huge. They go for the Drain Punch. They're not going to get much back. That is huge. Okay, so Annihilate gets the first kill. Drain Punch, and then they killed my Glamora. Alright, we know its defense is at +1, as is the attack. Base speed's 299. What is Glamora? Okay, as long as I go Flygon here, I don't think there's any way they live. So we're going to get greedy here. I'm going to Dragon Dance. I wouldn't be surprised if they swap out here to try and preserve this thing and maybe have it pick up the T-Spikes later. Because they have to know that they're essentially dead to this. So they might go to a Haunter or something. And maybe bring this in. They do! Let's go! Big time read. Big time read. They go into the Haunter. Okay. Okay. Dragonclaw might just kill here. Oh, they go with Endure. Interesting. So if they went Endure, then they are likely Cussap. Yeah, Switch is part-time for me. It's not anything major that I do. If you want, I'm not really a huge care for this. Alright, we're going to swap into Umbreon. I mainly do this just because the Pokemon Leagues we all upload our share of the battle. I gotta get those sounds updated. I recently switched stream platforms, I'm sorry. I love that sound bit though. Oh, I know what the ladies like. Alright, are you about to go into Destiny Bond here, perhaps? Shadow Ball. Oh, I could have just gone for the kill. That's fine. Yeah, because Shadow Ball was not killing me there, so I could have just stayed in. That's unfortunate. We will go for the foul play here. Let's just kill this. I don't want to let this thing do anything crazy. They hard swap out. That thing is as good as dead. Oh, and they're going to pick up the T-Spikes now. That's fine. I knew they were going to save it. But Annihilate should be dead. But that's huge. We got rid of their Terra Captain. T-Spikes are no more, but I'm perfectly okay with that. Because the main thing I wanted T-Spikes to hit was the Annihilate. Everything else I feel like I have solid pathing for here. And yeah, you can give advice if you want. I might not necessarily do too much with it, but you're more than welcome to. Okay, I know this isn't choice item. Let's catch them over predicting. If they go for the close combat, they go for the close combat. But let's put this thing on a timer of its own. Plus we outspeed, so that's nice. And they go for another Thunder Punch. Interesting. What are they anticipating me to swap in there? Goldango, maybe? We're just going to protect here. I don't really see any reason not to right now. Maybe I could have gone for the Wish. Okay, that's fine. Is it choiced? I don't think it's banded. And this is just ends up being a wash. So Glamora gets a kill because it put up Stealth Rocks. Okay, if I can get Flygon in and Dragon Dance again, I think I just sweep. Because they no longer have any of their EQ answers. So I'm feeling really good. Just got to be smart about a lot of these. We're just going to go into the Ogerpon here. I kind of want to preserve the Umbreon. Especially for the Darkrai. We know that it's got Iron Head and Stealth Rocks. We're going to take big damage here. I forgot about that. Oh well. But Iron Head will eat. And we just click Ivy Cudgel. The only resist they have to it is slower than us. So they're able to do well with that. Fire Resist Berry, didn't expect that. They go for the Thunder Wave. Does it miss? Oh, that's unfortunate. I am sorry. That is really unfortunate. The Iron Wave miss. The Jirachi clearly was in position to stop this thing, but that is unfortunate. I am sorry there. I mean, they can go into Tatsugiri, but it then just kind of dies to any move I click after that. Alright, so they go into the Darkrai. I am anticipating a Sludge Bomb here, but I don't necessarily care. They will kill me, but just in case they don't, let's go U-turn. Let's have some fun. Let's go U-turn. They go Focus Blast. Are they going to miss again? They're going to miss again. Would that have killed? I mean, the T-Wave sucks, but the one thing I will say is at the very least, they would not have killed me unless this is Specs. If it's Specs, then that changes everything. What mons do you have left? And I'm afraid. I am not. We're just going to go Quabble here. That makes sense. I'm not really too picky on that. A long time back, I cared about it, but now I just kind of have the logo because I mainly use this for like uploads with my Pokemon battle leagues. But that does make sense. Oh, thank you. I hope you are doing well. And we get the rapid spin-off, so we might be able to just kind of clean up here now. How much is the rapid spin doing? I missed that. I'm just going to rapid spin again, just in case the Darkrai is something painful. We go to +2 on the speed. We're going to go to +1, and I think we just kind of clean up here. Ooh, very nice. I'm happy to hear about the sodas and the snacks. That is always good. We're going to go with the Aqua Step. That's going to kill. And Iron Hands is just going to die to Terra Blast. Alrighty. Alright. This should pick up a win. Aw, that's really nice. I'm glad. Hopefully you're able to enjoy the day. I'm trying to get through this battle that we had scheduled. And that'll pick up the kill. And a crit just to add some insult to injury on that. But we end up picking the win. "5-0. Yeah, you missed some of the names that they had. They were, we will call them very creative. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream there, but good game. I'm glad to get the 5-0, but needed it to call back. We'll be 2-2 on the season, but we'll see you next week. I appreciate you stopping by, and Paul, I appreciate it. I'm not really that interested. This is just a fun little option here, but I appreciate it. Take care, all.